औज़ुबिल्लाहिमिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। मैं अपने यूट्यूब चैनल फॉर्चून एजुकेशन पर अपने तमाम मुअज़्ज़िज़ दोस्तों को, बहनों भाइयों को खुशामदीद कहता हूँ। आज जो टॉपिक आपकी खिदमत में लेके आया हूँ, लीडरशिप क्वालिटीज़, मैनेजमेंट या लीडरशिप क्या होता है, इसको हम इंशाल्लाह डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे। तो अपने लेक्चर का बाकायदा आगाज़ करते हैं। हु इज़ लीडर? तो पहला क्वेश्चन ही है कि ये लीडर एक होता क्या है। A person who influences a group of people towards the achievement of a goal is called a leader. Who is in fact a leader? A person who can influence a number of people towards any specific goal or towards any achievement is called a leader. Who is a leader? So you can take any situation. If a person who can influence, who can convince a certain number of people, or who can convince a group of people towards the achievement of any goal is called a leader. All right. A mnemonic for leadership would be three P's. Mnemonic is a style, or you can also say that mnemonic is a quick memorization for something that is mnemonic. A mnemonic for leadership would be three P's, and that is person, people, and purpose. For example, purpose we have is, then purpose we have person, and then we have people. People to achieve purpose, and person to influence people, and person is committed to purpose. All right, we'll be discussing this in detail in the upcoming slides. For example, purpose. What do you think, is leadership a position of office or authority? What do you think, or is it, or is leadership an ability in the sense that he is a leader because he leads? Is it true that if you are thinking that a leadership is a position or maybe the office or the authority, right? But my answer is no. My answer to all these questions is no. Why? Because a leader, by its meaning, is one who goes first and leads by example, so that others are motivated to follow him. Now we got the definition. A leader is somebody. A leader is somebody who goes at first and leads by example, and he sets example for his followers, and then followers are then motivated to follow him. So that is called leader. To be a leader, a person must have a deep-rooted commitment to the goal. To be a good leader, it is very much important. What is very much important? It is very much important to have a commitment to the goal, and then he will strive, he will try to achieve, even if it even if nobody follows him. All right, what is the purpose? A requirement for leadership is personal vision. Do underline that and do mark it as important. A requirement for leadership is personal vision. If you want to be a good leader, and for that you need to have a personal vision and the ability to visualize your goals as an accomplished fact. Very important, very much important, that it tells you that if you really want to be a good leader, so that really means that you need to have a goal first, and then your goal, it must your vision or your ability to understand that the vision that you have, that is already accomplished, or it is already a readily achieved thing. The very essence of leadership is that you have to have vision. Leadership, for to become a leader, it is very much important to have a vision in your leadership. All right, then we have is, you can't blow an uncertain trumpet. Theodore M. Hesburgh said this. All right, the leader has to be practical and a realist. Yes, it is very much important. A leader has to be a practical and a realist, yet he must talk that the language of the visionary and the idealist. Eric Hoffer said it. All right, next we have is, why are some individuals more effective than others at influencing people? Why we see that some individual or some people in our life, they convince more than us? This is a very important question. Effectiveness is leadership, and leadership has been related to persuasion skills. What is persuasion skills? Persuasion skills are also called Persuasion skills are also called, a convincing language or convincing skill. How you convince people, or how you motivate them, how you encourage them to a certain point or to a certain task. So that is called persuasion. If your audience is being convinced from your point of view or your opinion, so then you have used a good persuasion skills. All right. Leadership styles. People, they get motivated, they get influenced through the leadership styles and your personal characteristics of the leader, personal qualities of the leader. All right. Next we have is people. To be a leader, one must have followers, and to have followers, one must have their trust. And how do you win their trust? Why would others trust you? Most important, are you worthy of their trust? Very important questions. To be a leader, one must have followers, and to have followers, one must have their trust on it. How to win that? Alright, the question arises is, what is leadership? Leadership is indeed a process by which a person influences others to accomplish an objective and directs the organization in a way that makes it more cohesive and coherent. Or leadership is indeed a process by which a person influences, by which a person convinces others to accomplish an objective of the organization, that may be professional objectives, that may be career objective, that may be personal objectives, and directs and leads the organization in a way that it makes more cohesion and cohesive and coherent. Leaders carry out this process by applying their leadership knowledge and skill. This is called leadership process. Applying knowledge and applying those particular skills that you have, those attributes, is called leadership process. All right. Next we know that we have traits that can influence our occasions. This is called leadership. This is called leadership trait. Next we have is yes, the trait theory of leadership, process of leadership. For example, the very first we have trait theory of leadership. It contains a leader, then it resides. Leadership is equal to height, intelligence, extroversion, fluency, other traits. All right, leadership is equal to leader because leadership is a process, and that process includes leader, height, intelligence, extroversion, fluency, and then other traits. And then lastly we have is followers. All right. Next to, all right, leadership can be interaction, and this interaction includes leader and then followers and then reader. This is process theory of leadership. On the other hand, we have trait theory of leadership. Factors of leadership. All right, who is a leader? You must have an honest understanding of who you are, what you know, and what you can do. You must know if you are factors of leadership. You must have an honest understanding of who you are, what you exactly know, and what you can do. To be successful, you have to convince your followers, not yourself, or your superiors, that you're worthy of being followed. Followers, different people require different styles of leadership, and the fundamental starting point is having good understanding of human nature, such as needs, emotions, and motivation. Have we know and do our attributes. All right. You have to know the leader and then followers. Next question, communication. You lead through two-way communication. What is two-way communication? Let's suppose I am right now talking to you. Right now I'm talking to you. It is one way, or it is manner communication. It is because I'm talking to you, that is single way. And if you people are responding me either in a way, in the form of gestures, maybe the body language, maybe the postures, everything that includes I mean, other than words, it's called nonverbal communication, and everything that includes words. Are using, or you are using different techniques through orally, or that can be documented. That would be verbal communication. Verbal communication is through words, and then that can be oral and documented. And nonverbal includes other than anything that is other than documented, or it can be verbal. It can be through gestures, facial expression, body language, posture, and all that. Situation, all situations are different. What you do in one situation will not always work in another. You must use your judgment to decide the best course of action and leadership style needed for each situation. That is very important. The seven secrets of inspiring leaders we're just going to discuss, right? All right, ignite your enthusiasm. Ignite, burn your enthusiasm, right? You cannot inspire unless you are inspire yourself. You cannot inspire somebody or unless you are inspires. The famous financial guru has said this. Suzu Orman. Next we have is all right. We are just going to do that. Yes, the next is navigate a course of action. Nothing extraordinary ever happened without a leader articulating a vision, a course of action. All right. The next question: paint a picture. Paint a picture. Our brains are programmed for more for stories than for abstract ideas. Stories can also include personal anecdotes, helping to establish a closer connection between leaders and teams. And then we have is invite participation. Once Google Vice President Marissa Mayer once told that she keeps her sign-up sheet outside the door for officers that are held each day at 4 p.m. She gives team members 15 minutes to voice their opinions or pitch new ideas. People want more than a paycheck. Alright, very right, and they want to create meaning in white dumb men. Because people really want to listen to you and people really want their issues to be addressed. So that's why she has given 15 minutes of her lifetime to the people or to the members working there. Alright. Next we have is Optimum is a force multiplier. Very right. Former Secretary of State Colin Powell states that. Alright. Good leaders are made, not born. If you have the desire and willpower, you can become an effective leader, right? And then we have good leaders developed through a never ending process of self study, education, training, and experience. Thank you. Subscribe if you like content, and hope to see you again in the next video. God bless you and God bless everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.